Here tonight to present this year's Ambassador of the Year Award is the Chief Creative Officer at Acclaim, David Perry.
Hey there, everyone. Oh, see, it's a problem with being tall. This year's Ambassador of the Year Award goes to a close personal friend of mine. He's one of those people that's always coming up with crazy ideas that are actually going to be pretty difficult to do. One of his last ones was when he said to me, Dave, I think I can get students and video game players to come for a night out to see live orchestra, like a night out at the symphony. All I need to do is to get actors and lasers and video game music, and this is going to be incredible. And I was thinking to myself, my God, he's crazy. And he says, just imagine this, seeing a Tron light cycle going across the stage. And so, the guy was nuts. But then, the next thing, I'm sitting at the Hollywood Bowl watching a live orchestra with 11,000 screaming video game fans watching a Tron light cycle go across the stage. So the thing is that these days, he's now performing to audiences as big as 100,000 people all over the world. And it doesn't stop there. I get calls from him. Dave, I'm going to be speaking to the students at Yale University about video games. Do you want to come and join me? And I do my bit for students, but this guy speaks at every event. He's literally, going to everything, living out of a suitcase. And so I'm really serious when I say that he has dedicated his life to the video game industry. There's honestly no one else in the world that deserves this Ambassador of the Year award more than him. So I just want to welcome to the stage Mr. Tommy Tallarico.
Way down here, got to move that because he's okay. Thank you. This award means so much to me. My whole life, my two greatest loves were video games and music. Growing up in the 70s, and I never thought to ever put the two together. There's no such thing as a video game audio person or composer back then, and when I was 10 years old, I actually used to, I'd take my cassette recorder, a cassette deck, and I'd go down to the local arcade or the pizza parlor, and I'd record all my favorite video game music on cassette, and I'd come back home and record my Commodore 64, my Intellivision, and I'd splice all the music together, and I'd invite all my neighborhood friends over and charge them a nickel, and put my favorite video games on the TV and grab a broomstick and play air guitar to the cassette tape. Who knew 30 years later we'd be doing it on places like the Hollywood Bowl. But the one thing, the reason that myself and my partner in Video Games Live, Jack Wall, the reason we created Video Games Live, we wanted to prove to the world how culturally significant and artistic video games have become, and we wanted to create a show not just for the hardcore gamers, but for people who had no idea or maybe who've never even played a video game. And that's the amazing thing for us is, I think as game developers and designers and audio folks and artists, we all sit in our little cubicles and our little caves and don't realize kind of the effect, the personal effect that the work we do has on the rest of the world. So, touring the show in countries like, Korea, Taiwan, Brazil, Mexico, all over North America and Europe, and to feel the instant kind of love and reaction from the fans who, all of us here who create this stuff. I wish I could take you all with us each time. And it's a very personal experience. In fact, I remember one time going on stage we were at in London, and Michelle Ancel from Beyond Good and Evil and the UB games. I said, Michelle, we're going to bring you on stage, and the people are going to, love you, and they cheer. And he looked at me and he says, Tommy, I don't know if I feel comfortable, and I don't think people don't know who I am, and people don't really, do they really know the game I worked on and this and that? I said, trust me, Michelle. And I remember he comes out on stage, and I introduce him on stage, and people are, cheering and give him a standing ovation. And I looked over to him, and he had tears in his eyes. And The same thing happened to Ralph Baer in Boston, Hideo Kojima at the Hollywood Bowl, and it's really amazing. I just want everyone to know that there's so many people out in the world that appreciate what you all do, and I'm very fortunate to get an opportunity to go out there and help spread the word for our industry. So thank you guys so much. It means a lot to me, and I hope to see everybody at Video Games Live. And I just want to thank my father, who he was the one who you know, would take me to the arcades growing up, and I'm here because of him, and I just want to try to make him proud. And so thank you all so much. Thanks.